Hi everyone, I welcome all the divine souls on my YouTube channel, which is Twin Flame Realities. And in today's video, I will be sharing what all those tricks, what those negative entities have been playing after my spiritual awakening, because the attack of them got increased after my spiritual awakening. So I have always been noticing and trying to protect myself and things as much as possible. So first thing I would like to share that since my childhood, I know one thing very clear, that I never had any problem in removing toxic negative people from my life. I just take 30 seconds, not more than that, in removing a negative person from my life. Second, even though apart from removing these people, I also never had any sort of problem in leaving any sort of habit, and that is one of the major reasons that I never had any sort of addictions in my life ever. So I could leave anything, even as a habit of eating anything or anything. So I have been aware about it. So first thing I did to protect myself from the attack of evil spirits, before going to bed, I did surrender to divine and invited divine energies into my life, because as explained into my previous video, that no spiritual practices were able to stop those access of those spirits. So I realized that it was out of my hand. So that is the reason that I surrendered it to divine and asked for the divine help, and also did some rituals to invite more divine entities into my life, into my house, who would protect me. So that worked. But second, after surrendering, I did things to protect my house, because of those spirits have access to house, they will still be able to attack. Third, I had to stop karmic people letting in my house, because they were becoming one of the reason of letting those negative spirits to entering the house. So outside karmic never had any access to my house ever, but it was karmic family members, that too very selective people, but then they were becoming the reason, so I had to stop them. Fourth, though I always keep my house extra neat and clean, but keeping things in house which is of no use and old unused things I had to remove, because those represents stuck energies, like unused electronic items and unnecessary stuffs like old clothes, and many things I had to removed from my kitchen. So I had this habit of buying unnecessary stuff and keeping them in the house and not even using them. So that became actually access to those entities. So I had to clear a lot of things, including artificial jewelry, I can say. So I removed almost all of the unwanted things and kept minimum things into my house. So once I removed those unnecessary stuff from house, I decided to keep only minimum things in my house, so that they do not get access through all these items. Since I have gone through spiritual awakening, and as those attacks got increased, I increased access of more divine entities into my house and in my life. So I always smudge my house through sage and through other herbs, which is meant for cleaning the energies, removing negative and unwanted energies. So that I practiced during morning and evening. That was very regular after my awakening. I became so careful not to be dragged into lower vibrations at any cost, because these evil spirits were getting access to me because of lower energies, even when falling sick or hurt through any event or emotion. So I knew I cannot let any events or energies to lower my vibrations, because this was another reason it was giving the access of those entities. Cleaning and smudging of all electronic item on regular basis, they start draining energies. As I mentioned in my previous video, in that group there are all kind of malicious and trickster spirits, so they were sending them to me accordingly, because I also knew that I never had any problem in stop using internet or mobile phone. And just for your information, I do not watch TV at all. I left it in my since my childhood. I don't know how many years, close to 20 years, I haven't watched TV. Yes, I do go for watching movies on theater outside, but that too very selective movies. So I knew that I never had any problem in leaving cell phone or laptop, but then I realized their tricks. So when I became so super conscious and aware of those entities getting access of me and my home through many ways, it was really difficult. Somehow they were trying to keep me busy in that, so that I don't get time to do my own further advanced level of inner work. And they were definitely stopping me from making these videos, so that you guys don't get to know about these things. I realized it. And most difficult part was for me to tackle them. They create cravings of eating sugar and fried foods. That was the most difficult thing, wherein I knew since my childhood I do not eat sugary food, because I had parasites issue since my childhood. Okay, so I was okay for not eating any sort of sugary items. So what happened, that I know that I am master at leaving anything, be it people or thing. So I knew it doesn't work on me, and now there it was their trick. So what they wanted, they actually wanted to create any sort of addictions or food habits which can destroy your health or any sort of maybe body organs, so that they can get again access to your body. Because if you have physical illness, they definitely get those access. And I literally took a lot of time in putting an end to this. They were forcing to eat sugary food and fried food. Now understand why. Because of black magic, karmic drama, and evil spirits attack, physical body already had so many issues because of those attacks. So, and I already went through 2 heart attacks, so it actually created some sort of problem. And also went through multiple times through depressions. So they actually as I was already dealing with so many things after before awakening and after awakening. So I was able to recognize that, and I was able to recover from those things which got hurt through those black magic and evil spirits attack. But then still body was fine, okay, and but things were needed, I was doing it. But then in during this duration, these entities were trying that they can create some sort of illness, so that I will not be able to do further things in my life. So if you have a physical body pain, you will not be able to do your energy work with peace and happiness. So what I did, I will not let them win. I completely turned on eating uncooked and fried food. So I stopped eating fried food and other things, but I turned on to uncooked food, like eating only salads and wraps. Okay, completely healthy food. I knew you wanted to challenge me, I will challenge you in this way. So I was laughing. They were like, every time I defeat them. And now so your food plays a very big role in your life. And when they were creating the cravings for sugar, that was really difficult to handle because it was really extreme. So what I did, I started drinking black coffee without sugar, okay, and which was again healthy for my heart and liver, because I had issues with that. I said, you want to create issues, and now I will eat and drink only healthy things. So that way I put a protection on those things. But even if I wanted to eat fried food or sugar once in 2-3 months, they were able to get the access, and it was then it was continuing for weeks and months. So I realized I was not able to stop, if even though if I was eating it once in 3 months or 6 months. Then I had to completely give up on eating fried food and sugary items. So this way I stopped their access to me. Another thing, I have been constantly going through a divine test. So they were trying to trick me through fear to drag me into lower vibrations, as their voice is so clear to me. It's not like thoughts. So I know it's not thought, it's their voice, like another human being. And spirit voice is always clear. So I am always aware about it. So that was the reason that I've been conscious about it. So what I did, I will not let them win, that I was sure. So I knew that these divine tests were really important for me, because I have always been leveling up because of divine test. And though I was literally tired of divine test, because it's been so many years, and after awakening it was back to back divine test I've been going through, and which was really irritating. But then what to do, it's only for my good. So these were things which you have to take care. Now you may not be feeling those attacks. But once you start your inner work, till now I haven't shared anything on doing the energy work, because I know when I start sharing I will not stop. There are so many things what I have to share it, in the inner work. So in case now if you start taking care of your house, cleaning your house on a regular basis, removing unwanted things from your life, and give up on eating sugar and fried food. So by now, and it will really take time, because there you will realize that you are really being tricked and stopped by these entities. So it is not necessary they will always show up to you, that they want to show you their presence, because their agenda is to maintain that secrecy. They do not want them to be revealed, that they are there and trying to stop you. So this is how they play, that you may think oh, you are just eating fried food, or eating sugary items because you have cravings. But no, this was really extreme. So I do not know about other people, how do they handle their cravings. I never had to experience cravings ever in my life. Okay, so I knew this was happening, something different, and this was being created. So now start recognizing those habits and patterns, put an end to those unhealthy eating habits, so that you will be able to do your inner work peacefully, I would say. So this was about today's video. I will see you in another video. Till then, take good care of yourself. Bye bye.